Hi everyone and welcome to a brand new studio vlog. I am sat in the doorway to my studio because the printer is on in there and it's really loud and I wanted to say hi. It's a really busy few days in the studio. It's Thursday today and on Saturday I'm going to be doing a big shop update with lots of products that I've been taking with me to events recently and they're finally going to be available to shop online, which is amazing. I have 20 new sticker designs, 2 new notepads, a limited edition mini pouch and 2 gift sets, as well as an update to my one day at a time pin, the very first pin that I designed. So I'm going to give you a closer look at those things a little bit later on in the vlog, but right now I need to get to taking photos and working on these product listings, and I thought I would bring you along with me in these next couple of days in the lead up to the launch. I've done all the stickers for my photos. No, I've done all the photos of my stickers is what I meant to say. I've done all the photos of my stickers, which was a lot, with there being 20 different designs, and they're all on Shopify ready to go. So now I need to get my photo area set back up and do some photos of the other products. So let's go. Hi everyone, it is Friday. We are one day till the launch. And when I planned out what I had to do ahead of the launch, this is the point where I was hoping I'd be sitting here all triumphant, having done loads of stuff yesterday and just have final touches to do today. But the universe had other plans for me, as it does with every single launch. Nothing ever goes right. It's always last minute. And why do I always get migraines in the lead up to an event or a launch? Well, it's stress, isn't it? Is probably the answer, but I really could have done without it. So let's talk about the positives. Yesterday, I got all my product photos taken. I think I have everything I need. I edited them all last night and I just have a few to change the size of, and then I can save them out and get them uploaded to Shopify ready to do my product listings. My big thing on the plan yesterday was to also do some more of my social media and also to have written the majority of the product listings, and I haven't started that. And there's about 25 new products, so I'm slightly stressed about that. And then I had to finish early because my little girl wasn't feeling great, and I had to just down tools and be there for her. And then I got a migraine, and so I had some rest, and then I did about an hour editing my photos, got those done, and then went to bed and hoped that I would sleep it off. But I've woken up this morning, migraine still here, and so I've had a bit of a slow start. It's now 10 to 11. I've also got to finish at 2:45 to get my little girl from nursery, so I'm quite stressed. But I thought, you know what, I'm just going to document the reality, show up like this, because I can't be putting makeup on and messing with my face when I feel rubbish. And we're just going to adapt and conquer is what we're going to do. So yeah, it is what it is. I'm not happy about it, but we are where we are. I don't want to push myself and be making myself unwell, but the launch is tomorrow, so we're going to try and do some sort of happy medium. And I will have tonight to finish up the product listings and things. So what I think I'm going to do is have a revised plan for the day. Firstly, save out those images and get them uploaded to Shopify so that when I do my product listings, they're all there ready to pull from. And then it also means that I've got all those images ready so that I can turn them into graphics for social media and emails and etc. Secondly, I am going to do some of the marketing tasks. So I am going to get the bare bones posts and emails and things that I want, and we can always add more later, but I'm going to get that done. And then thirdly, I am going to do product listings because I can add those descriptions in up until tonight as long as it's ready to launch in the morning. So those are my 3 main tasks today. So I'm just going to get my head down, do a kind of 4-hour stint, and then see what we've got left to do tonight. As an aside, I have been having a lot of conversations with my mum behind the scenes about how we can get out of this cycle of being on the back foot and pushing myself and making myself feel poorly. And so I've adapted my plans for the rest of the year, and I just keep looking at it, and we're looking at ways that we can get prepared for things a lot more in advance. And that is something that I can be sharing snippets of this channel, and then perhaps a little bit later down the line when I've figured out what things work and what things don't, I'm gonna maybe sit and update you on what the differences are, and hopefully future launch vlogs won't be like this. I'll be able to share a bit more what changes worked and why, and then maybe there might be things you can learn from it so that you don't have shop update vlogs like this. Anyway, I'm aware that I've come on the vlog in quite a negative mood this morning, so I need to perk myself up, get a little bit of a boost of motivation, and just focus on the positives. The photos are a huge job which is now out of the way, and everything else is just piecing things together. So I'm gonna put some nice videos on, maybe some nice music, a nice video, and I'm going to get my head down and work through this to-do list. So firstly, let me tackle those photos. I'm feeling slightly brighter and slightly more in control. I've got a nice cup of coffee that is helping to flush things through, although I do get a bit lulled into a false sense of security because when I sit still, it feels like it's going. And then when I start to move, particularly when I'm going up and down, my head starts pounding again and I think, oh, I'm not feeling as good as I thought. But I only have to sit still to work on the computer, so I'll keep tricking myself for now. I have just done all the draft Shopify listings. So I got all the pictures edited and saved out, including some pictures that I actually took at Dobby's when I had my stall set up, so I could take photos of the products surrounded by other things. And so that helped me out because it was less photos to take. So I edited those, saved them out, they're all on Shopify. And then what I like to do is get draft listings ready for every product so that in my drafts then is everything that I need to complete. So I've got 28 products to do. I have duplicated the listing of a similar product for each one so that things like the category, the tags that are on there for searchability on the site and things like that, they're all done and I've not got to do everything from scratch. So I've titled them all, I've removed the old pictures, I didn't carry those across, so I need to update the descriptions, add the photos and check any other details, and then they're ready to go. So what I normally do is draft all my product descriptions outside Shopify and then just go down the listings and go post in the description, add the images, done, next, and do it like that so that I'm not switching between writing and kind of just the admin side, if that makes sense. I can just stay in the writing zone, which I plan to do a bit later after my little girl is in bed. But now what I want to do, I've got about an hour and a quarter before I need to stop and go back to mum life, and I want to get some of the social media stuff done. So I've adjusted my plan because some of what I was going to do yesterday didn't end up happening, and so I want to make sure I get all those messages out today. And so the first thing that I absolutely know I'm going to use is OmniSend, who are kindly sponsoring this next segment of the video and who I've been using for over a year now for my email marketing, and I never thought I would be that consistent with email marketing. Honestly, I've never managed it in the past. You know, if you watch my videos, I mention them a lot on this channel, and that's because they have helped me bring in consistent sales for my small business, which is what helps keep us going. I've become a massive fan of email marketing, which is probably a nerdy thing to say, but I am a massive geek because it is the best way to connect with the people who have said, yes, I want to hear from you, and then to get the information they need directly into their inbox. And so for this launch, there are 2 key emails that I want to draft now and get scheduled. The first is a pre-launch email, so letting everyone know the details of the launch, what's going to be included, when the products will be going live, which of those products have limited numbers, because obviously they're a bit fastest finger first on those ones, and the people on my email list are likely to be my top supporters in a way, if you want to put it like that, because they have asked to be directly notified about the things that I'm doing, and so they want to know about the things like limited products, things that are really special, one-offs I'm not going to be doing again. And so I really want to make that a highlight of this email. So with the drag and drop builder, I can easily set out the different sections of this email, giving people a little peek into the new products. So highlighting those products that are going to be limited in numbers, letting them know about my new daily focus pad and a bit about why I've put it all together, an overview of what is going to be coming, the details of the launch. It's easy to break it down and make it really readable and accessible for people when it lands in their inbox. And then the second email is the launch day email. So this is going to be scheduled to go out the second everything goes live at 10 a.m. and this needs to be easy for people to know what's new and to act on it. And because OmniSend links with my Shopify, it makes it so easy to do that. So I can go to the product recommender and drag that into my email, and then I can select from my Shopify store which listings I want to feature in this email, and it will pull through the photos, the prices, the titles, the description, and you can then use as much or as little of that as you want. And it makes it clickable so people can see it, get a bit of information, they want to find out more, click and straight to the website, and so it's increasing the chances of people adding that to your basket and checking out. So now that I've drafted these emails, I'm scheduling them right now so that they will go out automatically when I want them to on my kind of content plan for the launch. It means everyone gets the information when they need it, and it means I can go off and be a mum and do the other jobs for this launch and all the things I need to do, have a lie down probably, and OmniSend will take care of this when it needs to send those emails out. It's a key step to successful launches, I've found, and it means that it's one less thing for me to do on launch day because I don't have to worry about this email. OmniSend's going to send it out and do the work for me. So if you're a small business owner and you want to give OmniSend a try, which I really recommend you do, then they have an absolutely free plan which stays free while your contact list is under 250 contacts. It's great for small businesses who are growing their email lists, and I'm going to leave the link in the description that you need, omnisend.com/Sunshine Lane, to go ahead and access that free plan. And if you're already with another email marketing platform, transferring across is so easy. I did it and I did a video on my experience, and I'll leave it in the description below, but it was really seamless and easy. And if you happen to already have over 250 subscribers on your list, you can use the code SUNSHINE for 30% off your first 3 months on a paid plan, and I will leave the details of that in the description below as well. So go and check it out. It's so easy to use, and yeah, it's just become such an essential part of how I do my marketing for Sunshine Lane, and you will not be disappointed. So now those emails are sent, I've got a little bit of time before nursery pickup, and I thought I would show you all the new products in a bit more detail because I realised I still haven't done that yet in this vlog. So I think I'm going to start with the individual stickers, and there are so many, it is ridiculous, but I'm really excited to have new stickers. Look at all these in the shop, and these went down really well at Stationery Fest. It was really good to have a big selection of new stickers for people that have been before. So the first one is actually a design that used to be in my shop, but in a kind of watercolor design a couple of years ago, and I had an Under the Sea collection before I rebranded back when I was planning Inspire Create. And it's this feeling crabby sticker, which I absolutely love. Definitely my morning mood, and a bit how I've been in this vlog probably, is my feeling crabby sticker. And then this one also is one that I've brought back. So I had a Minds of All Kinds collection a couple of years ago, and this was one of the stickers for it, Embrace Minds of All Kinds. And a lot of those stickers are still in the shop, but this one I had retired for a little bit, so I thought I would bring it back. It goes really well with all my kind of neurodiversity celebration stickers. That was the theme of this collection that I put together, so I wanted to add that back in the shop. Then I have my butterfly that features on a coaster and a greetings card. That design has actually got 2 butterflies on with this quote, which is just when the caterpillar thought their life was over, they began to fly, which I think is a really beautiful quote. And the coaster has been really popular, and so I wanted to bring that to a sticker as well. And then I have some of the designs off my punny greetings cards, but some of them are tweaked to make them better for stickers. So this one is on a roll. That's you. And so you're the little butter on the roll. You're on a roll. You get it. I don't need to explain the pun. So I love this design, and it's been a popular card. I think it says you're on a roll on the card. And then this little lemon features on one of my cards, but with a different quote. But I thought for the sticker, this quote would work really well, and it's "The zest is yet to come." Then we have this little star, which is actually the star from my star breathing sticker sheet. And just the quote, "You are the brightest star," is what I've added. So that's a super cute one. Then this is also off one of my cards. The Punny Food collection, I feel like they work really well as stickers or like variations on them, so Brew can do it. I also have that on a coaster too, which is quite popular. And then this I designed for my retro cards, and I really wanted to add it to my retro sticker collection, and it's almost like a sign that you would see by a motel, and it says "Your direction is more important than your speed." This I did as a one-off sticker absolutely ages ago, and I wanted to make it a permanent addition to the shop. So it says "Create your own rainbow," and it's this cute little rainbow pencil design. And then this was just a brand new one, and it says "You'll never find a rainbow if you're looking down," which I really like that quote. There's a little sloth guy. I have my sloth on the "Rest is best" sticker, but I did this design for a greetings card that has a different quote on it, but I changed it to fueled by caffeine and anxiety, which is just my life at the minute, to be honest. So yeah, this has been getting a lot of comments when I've shared it, and I love his grumpy little face. Well, not grumpy, like groggy little face. This is definitely my morning mood. And then this is one of my best-selling cards. It says, "You're my favourite weirdo." And I changed it for the sticker to be "Proud to be a weirdo." And again, for all my neurodivergent people out there, but just anybody who kind of resonates with it. It's probably my favourite card. I'll show you the card actually. This is the card, "You're my favourite weirdo." So it's got a green mixer but a pink background on the card, and then the stickers I've brought in the pink to replace the green. So yeah, I absolutely love that design. And then this is another take on one of the greetings cards, which I think it says, "Let's talk about our feelings." And I just changed it to "It's good to talk about our feelings." So if you're using the sticker or giving it to someone else, it makes sense. So that's why I just tweaked the quotes a little bit. But I just love their little faces, and that's one of my favourite eye-rolling puns, I think, and just such a lovely kind of mental healthy one. Have I got any more food ones? Yeah, I've got one more food one, which is, I love this cupcake, the Cake It Easy, which I also have on a card. So yeah, some of these have come from when I did a bunch of new illustrations for my greetings cards, and then I went through and I was like, okay, these ones I think would make really cute stickers or a variation. Then this one I designed in a previous vlog. I shared about it. So I've started a broadcast channel on Instagram where I share some kind of extra behind the scenes snippets and little kind of things to think about in terms of self-care. And I asked people what their favourite self-care quotes were, and I would pick one and turn it into a sticker. And the lovely Leanne at Lily Bean Studios submitted "Rest is productive," and so I made this planner sticker with "Rest is productive" on the post-it notes going across the plans as a kind of reminder that rest is just as important to schedule in as other things. So I love that, and I gave Leanne one of these at Stationery Fest as a thank you for giving me the idea. And then this one I wanted to add alongside my bookish stickers so the colours coordinate, and it says, "Don't compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20." Then I have a couple of things that have been on recent thank you flyers, and I really like the designs, and so I took elements off it and turned them into stickers. So the first one is this "Let the Sun Shine In" with the open window, the little cat, the clouds. I really like it. And then the second one is this little computer that says, "What are you waiting for?" And then on the post-it it says, "Take the first step." And then we have a little flip phone to go with the kind of social anxiety, neurodivergent, general anxiety sticker range that I've got going on. And it says, "My social anxiety says no," which is one I need to refer to often. And then I have 2 updates to previous sticker designs. So I'll grab the previous ones. So the first one is my typewriter sticker, and I updated the colours of these to bring it in line with my wildflower collection, and also changed some of the flowers so that it coordinates with other things in my wildflower collection, because this was designed quite a while before I did my wildflower collection. So the greetings card and coaster with this on has this colourway and these flowers on it. So now that I'm low on these stickers in the original design, there you go, you can see, I wanted to update it and get this design now so that things coordinate in the shop and the colours tie in together and things. And then the last one is this sticker, which again is quite an old sticker design now, and it says, "There's a past version of you that is so proud of just how far you have come." And I actually wasn't gonna redo this design, and then all of a sudden I started selling them again out of nowhere. I was just waiting for them to run out, so I thought, do you know what, I'm gonna give it an update. And you can tell that it's an old design because it's glossy, and I haven't done glossy stickers for so long. So I've updated it to a bit more of a vibrant pink and orange, and the bits that were slightly bolder and underlined in the original, I've done this pop of orange. You can see it here, and it's a bit hard to see on camera, but whereas this one had a dark pink kind of pencil sketch effect around the letters, this one I've done that in an orange over the pink, but I just don't know if that's going to show up very well on camera. But it's very cute regardless. Oops, can we see? I don't know if that's going to show up in this light, but it is very nice, I can assure you, and you can see it better in the pictures that I've got on the website. So it might well do when I'm editing it, but I can't be sure at this very moment. So they are all my individual stickers that I've added alongside all the ones I've already got. So that's beefed up my sticker collection. And then I added just one new sticker sheet. So these are my lemon slice habit trackers. So this habit tracker sticker, this little lemon slice, was actually included in a Patreon box back when I had a Patreon, and I did bi-monthly self-care boxes, and all the little segments have numbers on 1 to 30, so you can colour one segment in each day that you complete your habit. And I put a poll on my stories saying, do you want to see them, and if you did, would you want a sticker pack, a sticker sheet? And people voted for sticker sheet, which brings the cost down for you than having like multiple die cuts in a pack. And I also got them printed on a paper so that you can use lots of different kind of pens, coloured pencils, whatever you like to colour them in. So we've got 4 of the habit tracker stickers, and then a bunch of cute little lemon decor and kind of squiggles and things that can go alongside it. And then this title is a sticker as well. So yeah, you have your lemon slice habit trackers. Then we have 2 new notepads, which I think I've shown you in the lead up to Stationery Fest. But this one is my habit tracker notepad. I'm absolutely in love with this. And again, this is a pattern that I designed for a Patreon box and used it that once, I think on a little notebook and on some of the elements in the pack, and I didn't use it again. It's just been sat in the folder, and it's such a cute little delicate floral pattern. It's the first pattern I ever designed. And I also used to have a habit tracker pad in the shop, and I took it down with the intention of redesigning it, and it's probably been about 18 months. So I got these ready for Stationery Fest and habits to focus on this week, and you can fill them in and then tick them off as you do them, and there's 50 sheets in a pad. And then this one, oh, I absolutely love, is the daily focus pad. So the idea with this one is it's like to help you bring a little bit of self-care into your day. So the top section is today's reminder, and if you have the daily reminders journaling kit, then there are 12 reminders in there with the idea of you like picking one out a day, and there's a little journal pocket you can make, and you can pop them in there and then pick one out to focus on each day. I am going to do a blog post about those if you haven't got the kit, or you could just come up with something yourself. So whether it's a self-care reminder, an affirmation, a quote to focus on, just something to think about specifically for today, and then a section to plan how you're going to incorporate that into today. And then there's some kind of holistic self-care reminders to just tick to help you focus on these areas and just keep them in your focus. Have them at the forefront of your mind when you're planning your day. So today, have you moved your body, connected with others, nourished your body, and done something you enjoy? So they're like little prompts. Then you've got a section for a moment of gratitude, things that are on your mind, and the little let it out pop bottle. And so you can let out your thoughts and feelings there instead of bottling them up. A space to talk kindly to yourself, so I'm proud of myself for, and then make a commitment to tomorrow's me. So something little you can do that will help you feel better tomorrow. So again, there's 50 sheets on there. I absolutely love these. There's 5 of these in the daily reminders journaling kit as like a sample, and you can pop them in your journal or just use it as a standalone. You could punch them and put them in a planner, and all of these little doodles coincide with the reminders that are on the sticker sheet in the kit. And I also have a print and a mug that match with the 12 reminders on. That's a good point. Let me grab the mug. So this is fairly new. These went down really well at Stationery Fest, and they've got your 12 reminders on. So embrace the day, don't bottle things up, talk to yourself like a friend, what are you grateful for, your body, remember to unplug, take things one day at a time, fuel your body and mind, spend time outside, your emotions are valid, do something you enjoy, and connect with someone. And this one says my daily reminders, but you can also get a personalized version. So I've got one that says Emma's daily reminders. And yeah, while you're sipping your drink, you can have them there to keep giving you that gentle nudge is the idea. So there's also a print you can get personalized, and the journaling kit. So that's the daily focus pad. And then we have 3 more items. So this is a limited edition. I have these gorgeous mini pouches with the gold zip, a really cute little size, but you can actually fit lots of little things in there. It's got my wild and free design on it. So I have 15 of these, and once they're gone, they're gone. Had these transfers, and I thought, okay, I'm going to do something with these designs, and I just got enough mini pouches to use the ones that I'd got, and so it's a really nice light pink, and I think I'm going to use it for my filming accessories like batteries, memory cards, my little mic, stuff like that, but you could use it for loads of things. With my little girl, I always need a pouch full of hair bobbles and clips and things because she's got really curly hair and it's just like all in her eyes. You could use it for little makeup essentials, as a little purse. There's so many things you could use it for little clips and stationery. So when I did the pictures, I did a picture of examples of things that you might put in there coming out of it. So yeah, or I might use it as a little lip balm tablets. Oh, who knows, I might need multiple. So they're the cute little mini pouches. And yeah, I love the gold zip. It just makes it feel like extra luxurious. And then we have 2 gift sets. And these, again, I think went down well at events because it's a nice treat for you and it makes things more cost effective, but also they are obviously a really nice gift for other people. So they come boxed like this, your gift sets, and this is the reading journal one, and I only have 9 of these left after my events, and because they have my limited edition Maples Cozy Night In candle in there, once they're gone because I'm not redoing the candles. So this is your chance to get your hands on one of the reading journal gift sets when these are released. So it's got the A5 reading journal in there, which I'll show you in a sec. It's got a bookmark for your reading list. You can keep a track of what you're reading, when you've read it, and give it a little rating. And it's got the Just One More Chapter maple sticker in there as well. The candle is maple and pecan scented because maple, and it is so nice. It almost smells like pastries. It's got this book design all around the side. I've already packed all the gift sets, so I don't want to reopen it, but you can't smell a candle on YouTube anyway, but if you could, you'd be sold because it smells so good. And then the reading journal, which I will grab one of. Okay, so this is the Maple the Fox reading journal. It has got this really nice kind of subtle crosshatch pattern in the back, and then the Stay Curious design. And this is what the inside looks like. So it has This Journal Belongs To in the beginning, and obviously you can colour this if you like. It's got a double page spread for your to be read list, and then we've got some kind of one-off pages and trackers in the beginning. So this one says reading is a discount ticket to everywhere, and there's a map of the world, and you can track everywhere you've travelled through the books you've read, which a lot of people have said to me that's a really lovely idea and they haven't seen that many places before, so I was happy with that. And then you've got 3 pages to pull out quotes that you love and keep a note of those. And then you've got a double page spread with this bookcase design that says fill in the bookcase with the names of the books you've finished. So this will do 60 books. And then there are 60 book review spreads. So for each book, you've got a double page spread, and you can put the title, author, page count, date you started and finished. This book in 3 words. My favourite thing about this book was, and then it just says summary and notes, and you've got dot grid then. So you could just simply write your thoughts on the book. You could do some other kind of journaling pages, something a bit more kind of arty, depending on how you wanted to do it. And then if you wanted to, you can print a cover of the book and put it in here and then give it a star rating, or you could just leave this as decor. So there are 60 of those pages. And then because people like to do different things in their journals and you can't make a journal that'll suit literally everyone, there are a bunch of extra dot grid pages at the back, so you can create extra spreads if you want to. So there you go. That's the Maple reading journals. These are £16, and the gift sets are only 20. So you're getting the limited edition candle, the bookmark, the journal, the sticker, all for £20. So it's a mega bargain. And like I said, there are only 9 left, and they'll come boxed like this, so you can give them as a gift or just treat yourself. So that's those. And then the last gift set is a bullet journal gift set. So I've been wanting to do this for a while because I already have coordinating items with the bullet journal that I created. So let me grab my journal. So this is the journal. Obviously mine is well used at this point, and it's a lovely gold foiled hardback journal. It says, "It's amazing what can happen if you choose to believe in yourself." The flowers have got orange, pink and gold centres, so some of them shine with the foil as well, and the pattern wraps all the way around onto the back, and then the edges of the pages are gold too. It's really, really pretty. It's got a pink ribbon bookmark. It's got a pocket in the back, and it's got 160 GSM paper, so it's nice, good, thick paper if you want to do more creative journaling or use different kind of pens in here and not have them bleed through. So it's a really, really nice quality journal. I've had really good feedback on it if you look at the reviews on the website. So these are £20 to buy, which I think is a really good price for a bullet journal. Obviously I'm biased, but compared to other ones that I have seen. So that's the bullet journal itself, and that's £20. And then if you buy the gift set, it's £25. So you've got your journal in the gift box. You've got a matching sticker with the Believe in Yourself design, which is gold mirrored. So again, the gold in the flowers and in the quote shines. You've got the gold foiled washi tape. That's this one that I'll show you in a minute, and then a gold pen to go with it. And it's all boxed and all giftable and lovely. So this is the washi tape. It's a gorgeous gold foiled washi tape that matches the journal, and the quote again, "It's amazing what can happen if you choose to believe in yourself." And then you've got the pink, orange and gold flower centers, so they shine as well. It's so, so pretty. I'm sure I've probably used it in my journal. Yeah, some straight away on the first page. You can see it's so pretty when the light catches the gold. There, and then I used it in the middle of my spread I did. This should say 2024, it was a mistake. I did this journaling spread on things I achieved in 2024 for my small business. You can go back and watch that actually, it's on my channel. And yeah, I wanted to have this quote on because it's such an inspiring one, and I love having it on the front of my journal. So when I'm making plans and stuff, it's like a little reminder that believe in yourself. You don't know what you could achieve, which is why I really wanted it for that spread in particular as well, in terms of all the things I managed to achieve last year. So yeah, that's the bullet journal and the washi and the sticker and the pen for £25. So I'm going to dash and get little lady from nursery now and do those other jobs later, and then I will catch you in the morning for launch day. Good morning everyone, and happy launch day. The day is here. I am excited, tired, but excited. And it is 7 minutes to 10 now, and I am happy to say that we're ready to go. So I thought I would just check in with you. I'm a little bit nervous. I always hate this time in a launch, but I'm so happy that everything's come together. I sat last night with my laptop in front of the telly with my husband, and we were just hanging out and chatting, and I worked my way through the product listings and got them all sorted. And it meant that I was up later and it took me longer than it probably would have done, but it was actually quite nice just to spend time together and hang out, even though I was still sorting my listings instead of being shut away in here. So that's what I did. I also got today's Instagram post ready to go live at 10 o'clock. So having the email and the Instagram scheduled meant that there really wasn't that much left to do this morning. So I've just been out and got the thumbnail ready for Sunday's live stream. So I haven't mentioned it in this vlog so far, but tomorrow is actually the live journal with me on YouTube for the Gentle Daily Reminders journaling kit. So by the time this video comes out, that will have happened, and it will be available to rewatch on the replay. And I'm going to spend an hour or so using the new journaling kit, showing how I'm using it, hanging out with people in the chat, and talking about how we can build gentle self-care reminders and practices into our day. Like all those little things that add up, rather than great big grand things to do, just those small things that make a big difference. So I got the thumbnail ready for that and got that up on YouTube so that people can click notify me when I'm live. and I changed the header of the website to say click here for the live stream. So that's ready to go, and then I just created a graphic for the homepage with some of the new products, and I just updated the homepage ready to go. It's not live yet, but just saying shop the new collection. So that was all I had to catch up with this morning, which is lovely. I've emptied out my new in section on the website, and it's ready to drop all the new products into when they go live at 10 o'clock. Everything's ready just to hit publish on those products and publish on the homepage update. I believe there are Shopify apps you can use to schedule things like that, but I'll just be doing that manually, and then I'm not going to dwell on it. Like I said, my Instagram and my email are going to go out automatically at 10. People should hopefully start coming through to the website, having a little browse. But something that I've learned from previous launches is it's quite good to have a distraction, hit launch, and then just come away and come back to it later and see how things are going. So it's a Saturday. We're planning to have a nice family day, go out for perhaps a celebratory cake and a little coffee, go out and do something nice. We were going to go into town and go to the big park, but there is a hot air balloon festival on that happens every year, and I don't know if it's just going to be really, really busy. So we need a backup plan. If all else fails, cake is that plan. And then I'm going to head back in here during nap time and just catch up on a few bits and see how things are going. And then may need a little nap myself, we'll see. But anyway, there is 1 minute to go, so I am going to start putting things live and just checking everything because I don't like it to tick past 10. So let's do it. Okay, so I've got all my new products. Let me show you. Here they all are, ready to go. Now with all the pictures on and everything. So I'm going to click set as active. Yes, please. And then you'll see it just says setting products as active, or it did. And then the home page. So this is the graphic that I've set up. And I'm going to save it and hit publish. Oh, I don't want that to go there though. I want that to go to new. And publish. The products all say active, so let's head to the home page and see. Ooh, that picture's a bit big. Ooh, that picture's a bit big. Picture's a bit big. Don't like that. Okay, we'll tweak it. Tweak the homepage image because I don't like it. Oops. But at least it's there for people to shop. Slide. Turn that up. Don't like that. Ooh, there's people on the website. That's nice. That never normally happens so quick. Right, let's just put this new picture on because I don't like how tall it's made that top section. Change the picture. I don't like the picture as much because I've had to redo it really quickly, so I might do it again later, but okay, I'm going to see how that looks. Okay, that's much, much, much tidier. I've spotted a weird thing on my homepage where when you make it narrower, the image shrinks, which is lovely, but it's blue in the background, and I don't know how to make it not blue because I'm in the middle of having someone look at my website. So I'll have to just ask them about that when we have a meeting next week because I don't know how to change that. So that is what that is. And then I just want to reorder the items. For some reason, my enamel pin never went live, the updated 1 day at a time pin. Don't know why. So let's get that on there. It's not showing up yet. There's a magpie outside. Scared me to death. Okay, there's my enamel pin. And this is why I like to check everything. Put the enamel pin up there. Okay, so I've just been into the collection page and I've just manually reordered what's in there so that you've got all my new items that are not stickers, then all the new stickers, so that you've not got like all the stickers and then you have to scroll for ages to get to anything else. So you've got all the new items that are not stickers, and then the 3 things that I left in there, which are the last thing that was released. So the daily reminders journaling kit and the matching mug and print. They've not been out very long, and obviously the workshop is tomorrow, so I want to keep those in there. And so my homepage looks like this now. I'll do a little screen recording of how it is right now. So this is how the website's looking. I am going through a series of changes on the website, redoing the whole website to make the shop easier to navigate and then updating the rest of the website alongside it. as well as refreshing my branding a little bit. So as that's being worked on, it's being updated in little bits rather than have one big relaunch of the website. So as things are getting done, they're just being pushed out. So you can see there's a lot more of my darker pink. It used to be very blue at the top, but that's gone now. It's got my updated logo. And it now has this new section at the top, which this is what it's doing where it's going blue. Like for some reason this backing colour is blue and I need to ask about that. I need to figure out what's going on there. But when it gets to mobile size, like this is how it would appear on a mobile. So it stacks, and I think it's doing that because the image is responsive and that's good rather than it being cropped and looking a mess. But I need to figure out what happens when it's midway and how to get around that. But this is how it's looking. It's got some of my little illustrations like scattered throughout. So I've just put the live journal with me up here, and then that's going straight to the live at the minute. This should go, let's test, to the new collection. Everything's got these little filters on it now, which are really cool for like, do you want confidence boosting products? And then it'll filter it down for products in this category that are good for that. So if you're looking for a gift for particular things or something for you for anxiety or whatever it might be, you can filter it. And then you can decide if you want light-hearted things, motivational things, heartfelt things. Do you want things just with characters on, for example? So yeah, that is a really cool new feature. It's got all my new products in here. So like I said, it's got everything at the top that's not an individual sticker. And then scrolling down, it's got all the stickers. And then on page 2, more stickers and then the journaling kits and stuff. And then I'll go back to the home page. So I've got the new in section is here. And you can scroll through the start of it anyway. And my little sloth up here. And then this is like customer favorites, what people are buying the most at the moment. And I believe that stays up to date, but I need to find out. Then we've got things by category. That picture needs updating, I've just realised. But we've got things by category here and that picture. Yeah, I need to update these pictures because some of these aren't relevant. But I've got a little bit about Sunshine Lane, and I believe that goes through to the about page, but that still needs to be updated. Some of our values. This goes through to some of my YouTube videos. This is where my blog will be, which will also be having a big refresh. We've got reviews on here, and then at the bottom is like where you can find all the other stuff about Sunshine Lane. And we've got new menus at the top that focus primarily on the shop sections. And so it's all split up a little bit differently than it was before. So yeah, I'm really happy with how that's looking. So now I'm going to leave people to browse and hopefully shop, and I will check in with you a little bit later when I have had some time out and a bit of a brain break from the launch. So I'll see you in a bit. Hi everyone and welcome back. It is Wednesday, so after hitting the go live launch button on Saturday, I did actually just completely log off for the weekend, and that was really nice. It's something that I'm trying to do more of, and I'm happy that I actually did do it. It was definitely the right thing to have distractions and not be waiting and watching and hoping for orders to come in and just obsessively watching Shopify. So I went, I had some family time. It was a bank holiday here in the UK, and then Tuesday is my day off with my little girl, so I had Saturday to Tuesday, like a long weekend, and actually it was the right decision to log off in the end because she came down with a bug, bless her. She woke up and was sick in the night, so it was mummy cleaning up, sick duty, and then like just be there for her and help her get better. But it is sod's law that every time me and my husband have a day planned or like a trip somewhere or something where someone's going to have her, apart from like the usual in the week when we're at work, something happens. So bank holiday Monday, we were supposed to have the day together. My mum was going to have her, and then she was sick in the night. My mum came, we were all still asleep. I felt really bad, and then we were like, yeah, she's fine, and then quickly realised she was definitely not fine. So we were like, oh, it's slipping through my fingers again. But it was fine. She went back to bed for a bit, and then we had lots of cuddles and just helped her get better. And we did have a few hours where my mum took her for a bit, so that was very nice. But I just had a nap. So I kind of slept through it and missed it, but it was a nap that I very much needed. And then Tuesday was a nice day. She was a bit more back to normal. Now we're Wednesday, so I'm back in the studio. Obviously, I had seen that orders were coming in, but I tried not to focus on, oh, what's on this order, what's on that order, and I tried to just take a step back and be present at home, especially with my little one being poorly. And it was so lovely to come back in the studio and to look through those orders and see what people have been gravitating to. And I just want to say a big thank you to anyone who has shopped the new collection. The most incredible part was seeing some of the orders that came through. One had over 60 items on it. It was just mind-blowing to me that someone would order that many things from my shop, and no matter the size of the order, it means the absolute world to me. But it was a little bit of a shocker to see that one. Keep scrolling and see how many items were on the order. So what I think I might do is go live on TikTok to pack the orders tomorrow, Thursday. So if you're watching this, keep an eye on my Instagram, my TikTok. I'll announce it everywhere. And I think I've only gone live over there once before when we did mystery bags, and I might give it another go. So that's what I'm thinking. And it'd be nice to show the process of packing those orders, but I thought maybe try and do it on a different platform rather than do it here. So we'll see how it goes. Also, while I was digging in and having a look at the orders, I noticed something really interesting, and that was that I had a look at the abandoned carts. I always like to have a look what people have put in their baskets and then not checked out. And I noticed that there were quite a few orders from America and from EU countries and Northern Ireland that had obviously got to the checkout and then realised that I am not shipping to those countries at the moment. And firstly, that makes me feel really bad, because if that was me and I'd spent time shopping and then couldn't check out, I'd feel really annoyed, like I'd wasted my time. And obviously that doesn't give a very good impression as a business. One of the changes I'm working on the website is making all the delivery information much more prominent on each product page, so people are more likely to see that before they get to the checkout. But it's definitely given me that nudge to think this is something you need to get back up and running as soon as you can, because clearly there's a market out there. People are finding my shop and they want to buy my stuff and they can't. I've also noticed that Etsy sales have dropped a lot. I really need to get on it. The EU and Northern Ireland thing, Northern Ireland, it boggles my mind that we can be part of the UK and I can't ship there, but it's all to do with GPSR legislation that came in. I'm probably not the best person to talk all about it. I did talk about it in a previous video, but there are now a lot of requirements that you have to meet to be able to ship to those countries now that we in the UK, apart from Northern Ireland, are not part of the EU. So that's great, isn't it? And one of those things is finding an EU representative, which is something that I'll have to pay for annually. And times are hard. Juggling the finances is really tricky. I've just put an order in for a restock of pins, and a new pin actually this morning. That's very exciting. But that's nearly bankrupted me. So I've been kind of putting off looking into it because it's a big job and it's one of those things that's on my long-term list. And I think, what if I pay it and then I don't get any orders and it was just wasted money? But clearly there is a market there if people are putting things in their basket and then they can't check out. And then with the American situation, I'm hoping that's going to be a much shorter pause. But with the new tariffs coming in and the changes to basically importing things to America, the president has kindly changed the rules, and there used to be an exemption on packages under $800 where you didn't have to pay customs fees and taxes and all these things, and that's been wiped out. So it's all happened very quickly. The information from shipping companies about how that's going to be handled is very minimal because they're all still in the stages of figuring out how this is going to work. So there's a lot of mixed messages out there and a lot of kind of watch this space. So I've just put a temporary pause on it because that comes in 2 days' time and you had to have your packages already through customs. So I paused shipping a couple of weeks ago, or a week and a half, so that hopefully that wouldn't affect anyone and everything would have arrived safely before the changes. But hopefully once it gets to the 29th, things will start to work themselves out, because a new system is going to have to be implemented, and I'm hoping that the options will become a bit more clear in terms of what we would need to do. But essentially it would mean trying to absorb higher costs as a business, which is going to be extremely difficult to do. Profit margins are so small anyway. There's a pigeon on my roof. I'm sorry if you can hear it scrabbling about and giving it a little noise. Or passing it on to the customer, which equally I don't really want to do. And I don't know how to figure out how to calculate that. So anyway, this is a waffle about the fact that it's complicated. And I'm a small business owner. I'm not an expert in imports and exports. It's another one of those things where you kind of have to become an expert in these things to be able to carry on and make sure you're doing things correctly. So anyway, all of that to say, it's one that I'm determined to tackle sooner rather than later. So if you're watching from another country that I'm not currently able to ship to, this has given me a massive kick up the behind to get it sorted, and I'll keep you posted. No pun intended. So the launch is officially done, but obviously this is only the beginning. I'm going to carry on sharing about the products, and I'll be able to showcase what I'm packing up for orders, what's been your favourites so far, and creating lots of lovely content around the new items to keep them in people's minds. And I can't wait for things to start arriving with you and finding their new homes. It makes me so happy when people share pictures of what they've ordered and that it's arrived with them. And yeah, it's like a little piece of me that I've put out there to try and spread a bit of positivity, and it brings me a lot of joy. So thank you. And thank you so much for coming on this launch journey with me. As ever, it was a wild one. I'm not going to say the next one will be more organised, because I always do, and I think that jinxes it. So we'll just say I'll see you for the next one. It'll be what it'll be. But in the meantime, I'll be creating lots more behind the scenes vlogs, tips and tricks videos, all that lovely stuff. So make sure you subscribe if you're not a subscriber already to see more, and give this video a like if you enjoyed it. It really helps push out these videos to people who might like to see them as well. And if you've reached this point in the video, can you leave a sore head emoji, the one with the little bandages around, because that would just make me laugh to see a load of sore heads in the comments after all my migraines and headaches and palavers. And let me know, what is your favourite item from the new collection? I would love to know what your favourite is. I'll see you back here on YouTube next week. Take care of yourselves. I hope you have a lovely, lovely week, and I'll see you soon. Bye everyone.